Healing Species is the best kept secret, we believe, in South Carolina. We believe it is a program that can totally change lives of children and students across our state and across the world. It's a curriculum that I actually began developing when I was in law school from some of the things I learned primarily in criminal law class. Almost 99.9% of your violent offenders were abused as children. And while they were still children, they went on to also abuse others. In the legal arena, especially violent crimes are referred to as depraved heart crimes. And so I started putting two and two together. If we know that crime is an issue of the heart, we're labeling it that, and we know that it starts at an early age with children who are repeating abuse, that they're witnessing or they're seeing or it's being done to them. Why don't we go in on the early age and intercept, and let's intervene, let's deal with issues of the heart, and let's teach them a better way, in a different way. And I put together a 13-week curriculum, and we merged into it the participation of rescued dogs. And these dogs go with highly trained professional instructors into school classrooms and reach these kids with our messages for a period of 13 weeks.
We teach compassion education and violence intervention in practical ways. A lot of times on the very first day of class, I tell the students the dog's story and how the dog has been rescued and rehabilitated and how the dog is now his best version of himself. And so I try to get the students to understand that through the lessons of Healing Species, we have the tools to transform ourselves into our best version of ourselves. And that's the person that we want to take out into the schools, into our families, into the workforce. That's the person that's going to transform not just our community, but our state.
And literally at the end of these 13 weeks, it is unbelievable. These children's lives are phenomenally changed forever.
Favorite part of Healing Species is we're not really under the intimidation of the cadres. It's free. Talk about your problems, release your stress, play with the dog, talk with the teacher about what you need to. I was an angry kid. It helps mature you a lot more, and you don't see it at the beginning, but later on in the cycle and in the progress and the program, you really see yourself maturing from what you were. A lot of things I learned about being in here is how to control a lot of the anger and a lot of the stress built up, about how to release it in positive ways.
Our program dogs are amazing. They are all rescues, and so they're all so grateful just for a little bit of love. And so they just sit there smiling and wagging their tails, and the kids are playing with the dogs, and it really makes the entire teaching experience better, because as I'm teaching them character education and they're sitting there, they're able to pet the dog and they can pay attention to what I'm saying. I'm talking about compassion while they are demonstrating compassion. And so it all flows together. It works so well.
I feel like it should be in every school, at least some form of Healing Species or any type of coping class, because you really don't know what kids go through or what they've been through or what they're going to go through, and they need those life skills to prepare for the real world and what they might face in everyday life.
If all these children can really learn about compassion and empathy, and if somebody's there to teach them and tell them that they are important, that they do matter, that they can do so much and they're going to help South Carolina as a whole and the whole nation, then those kids can totally change the world.
I believe the lessons that we teach these children, they may not be getting them anywhere else. And we're teaching them about love and courage and overcoming and forgiveness and goal setting despite adversity and terrible circumstances. And we've just seen it transform the hearts and lives of so many children. I know that if it could be in every school, what an impact it would make.